Well, a lot's been really going on behind the scenes of the MLS in the last year or so. We made a debut of a new repeat offender policy for the MLS. So we announced the policy last year, and the policy went into effect, or we had a notification process from March all the way to May. And policy went into effect on May 1st. We've had 14 subscribers escalate into the repeat status. And of those 14, only three subscribers have actually been issued a fine by the Standards Committee. One of the things that we've been really reviewing as far as this policy goes is, has there been a good effect? Is it accomplishing what it is that we want to accomplish? And so far we're thinking yes. All right, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to what I've been calling the syndication sideshow. So it was July 2014, Zillow places an offer to buy its competitor, Trulia. The deal had to be reviewed by the FTC to make sure that competition would not suffer in this deal. And then in September of 2014, ListHub, it is a subsidiary of Move, they purchased the syndication operation of Point2. So prior to September 2014, we had two choices for syndication that you could take advantage of, and one of them was Point2, one of them was ListHub. And so as of September, they all got mushed into one basket, so we have one syndication partner. And then in November of 2014, Rupert Murdoch and News Corp closed on a deal to purchase Move Incorporated, and the purchase included Realtor.com, ListHub, and Top Producer. The idea behind it was that News Corp did see a lot of value in Realtor.com and the Realtor brand. There's a lot that we do right as the Realtor organization, and they see value in that. And then things started to get interesting. In January of 2015, Zillow on its own announced that they were going to enact their 90-day termination clause for their ListHub agreement. And basically what that was saying was Zillow was pulling out of ListHub syndication. They thought that they could do a little bit better if they opted to get listing information directly from MLSs, franchisors, and brokers instead of the syndication feed through ListHub. And then shortly after that, just a little less than a month after that, the FTC approved the acquisition of Trulia by Zillow, and they formed a new corporation called the Zillow Group. Zillow Group encompasses a lot of online traffic. We've got Zillow, Trulia, if you're in the rental area, you got Hot Pads. And then some of even their affiliates, Front Door, Yahoo Real Estate, AOL Real Estate, are all operated by now the Zillow Group. And then things started to get ugly. So just days after the Zillow Group was formed, ListHub and their attorneys determined that the contract between ListHub and Trulia was void. And they gave a 5-day termination notice for listings going through ListHub to Trulia. And at that point, my stress level went from somewhere up here to skyrocketing. It was just, really very, very bad timing, not a lot of time for us to react. The entire industry was very stressed at that point. Going through all of this, we started working on a strategy instantaneously. TRMLS is going to license listing information to the Zillow Group. We are not transferring ownership, we are just licensing the listing information. MLS participants will have to opt into a new channel for the Zillow Group. Participant can opt into just active listings, or the participant can opt into actives and solds. So Zillow will always identify the listing agent and place him or her in a prominent location. And Zillow is going to provide statistics to the participant and to the MLS. So when you sign up when you opt into the new Zillow feed, Zillow will be providing a dashboard where you can take a look at all of the statistics. Once the participant enables the options for the new feed for their office, there's going to be some new options in the listing export options that you see during input and maintenance. So when you're going into Flex, you're putting in a listing, you got your address, you got your main fields, you got your details, and then you've got your export options. And this is where your seller can opt out of display on the internet. They can withhold the address. You can withhold it from Realtor.com. Well, there's going to be a new option in there for syndication options, and the Zillow feed that your office has opted into will appear. If your office doesn't opt into any of the Zillow feeds, nothing will appear, and it'll just be the same as you've always seen. All right, so one of the questions that I have received a time or two is, since I've already, since the participant has already opted into the feed from ListHub, can't we just automatically turn it on for my office? And the answer is no. The agreement that we have with Zillow is much different than the agreement that ListHub had with Zillow. The terms are different, the deliverables are different, and there was just really no way that we could opt in into that feed automatically. So the participant is going to have to actually do something in Flex to make all this work. What about ListHub? Well, we are going to continue to partner with ListHub for their syndication services. Homes.com, iHomeFinder, there's still a lot of websites out there that they will syndicate to. ListHub is still going to be the data source for Fannie Mae's HomePath.com, so anybody who's working with Fannie Mae, ListHub is still their data source. ListHub still has their real estate network program, and the real estate network is the opportunity to syndicate listings to some of the franchise organizations who do not qualify for IDX. And ListHub still operates their ListHub Global, which is a subscription service to send listings internationally. So ListHub is not going anywhere. We're not abandoning ListHub. They're not abandoning us. That's just very unfortunate. Some unfortunate dealings have happened. But ListHub is still here.